Hey everybody, it's Louis Fernandez with another video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're a subscriber and you're returning to see another one of my videos, thank you. I love you guys. All right guys, to get right into the video, this video is for my newer agents out there. Yes, anybody watching that's a newer agent or in the process of getting their license, this video is for you. This basically is about prospecting and systems. So, I'm only going to touch on two things for each. I have plenty of other videos that you could go back and watch about all different types of things with prospecting and things of that nature and systems and all stuff like that. So to get right into it, the systems and processing. So my two tips for system and processing with this video is going to be this. Number one, systems in place is very, very important, because what happens is whatever prospecting forms, because it should be more than one, you use for prospecting, you need to create a system for it. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get behind. It's going to be impossible to keep up with all the leads, regardless of whether you're door knocking, whether you're cold calling, you're calling for sale by owners, expires, if you're working your database, if you're getting leads coming in from the internet, from a squeeze page or anything like that, right? So you want to make sure you create the system. Listen guys, systems make things in life so easy, so much easier than trying to do it without it and being all over the place, right? Systems that I got in place, just me personally, I call for sale by owners. I have it, I have a system where every time I call, I put a note in there and what we spoke about and what was the conversation about, and then I just keep going and I reverse, and I keep getting new for sale by owners as they come, and then I keep calling and I hit the old ones. I got a system in place on how I hit them and keep track of when I spoke with them, what we spoke about. Without that information, it would be impossible for me to remember what was the last thing I spoke about with that for sale by owner, because there's so many. In the beginning, you might be like, oh, no, I don't need to do that because it's only however many. But once you get to a point and you're doing this for a while, you're going to see, man, I need some systems in place because I can't remember this. It's too crazy, right? And then if you're not only using one form of prospecting, which you shouldn't, you should be using more than one form of prospecting, especially a newer agent, it's going to be a lot to keep track of all your leads and remembering things and being organized, right? Another form of systems that I got in place is for my database, how I hit that, where do I put people in my active leads and new leads, hot code, all of that stuff. These are all systems that's in place that keeps me on track with touching the people that I need to touch on a daily basis. So every day, I know I got to go into my active leads and check on everybody, because these are people that are doing stuff and communicating with us, and we have normal communication, and we have them doing something, whether it's fixing their credit, whether they're pre-approved and they're looking for a home, whether they're listing that we have, or they're in the process of fixing the home or doing final touches on the home to get ready for a future listing. These are all people that we want to make sure that we're looking at each and every one of these people every single day to see if there's anything that we need to do to contact them, right? Or anything we need to do for that particular person, that situation. So systems is so important. When you start doing your prospecting, bring the system in immediately. Don't try to catch up, because then you get behind. You got to put the system, then it takes away from your prospecting, and then you fall off the ball and you got to do it again. Take it from me, I've done that and I made that mistake. Don't go making that same mistake. Implement your system from the beginning. That way, as you're getting leads, you're putting them in the system, and it's just an easy transition, right? So that's my tip on systems and prospecting. But the last tip I want to leave you with, for you agents out there, is about prospecting. So this tip is just basically simple, but this simple tip right here, guys, listen up. This simple tip right here helped me so much do better with prospecting. And one was what I just told you, the systems in play. That's very important. But two, I've noticed, but again, everybody's different, everybody's situation is different, but I think this applies to most people. prospecting, what time are you prospecting? For me, if I leave prospecting to the afternoon, late afternoon time, there's a chance it's not going to get done. Things start popping up, family, work, like as far as showings and all that stuff starts popping up. There ain't too many people asking to be shown a house at 8, 9, 10 in the morning, 11 in the morning. Most people want to see a house after 12 o'clock. Unless it's a rare case where somebody just works a second shift or something, they want to see a house in the morning. Yeah, that happens, but that's rare. Most of the time, people want to see stuff on the weekends and, after they get off work. So if you leave your prospecting towards the evening, afternoon time, and that's when you're deciding to make your calls and when you're door knocking or whatever forms of following up with your leads from your squeeze pages that you're receiving, or Zillow leads, whatever you do for leads, you're basically leaving it for a time frame that can be interrupted. You got kids coming home from school, and most of the time people are more active during the afternoon hours. So you might get calls from family, or you might just get calls just in general from 12 to 6 from banks, from inspections, from other colleagues, anything at all, just clients calling you that need this paperwork done, or I got a question about this, So if you're leaving your prospecting time between 12 and 6, you're leaving that window of opportunity to interrupt your prospecting. You might even get it done. So when I was doing that, because I was doing my prospecting around that time, I figured, hey, that's when the most time people are home. And I'm not saying I still don't make calls at those times. I do, but I make sure every morning I get my prospecting done. That way, any extra prospecting I could do during the hours of 12 and 6, I fit it in there if I can. If I can't, I can't. But I still did my prospecting for the day in the morning. From 9 to 11, 12 o'clock, I'm prospecting. I'm calling for sale by owners. I'm following up with my active leads. I'm calling new leads. If I'm door knocking, I'm door knocking. I'm hitting all of those things in the morning. And like I said, you should have more forms of prospecting than just one. I probably do about 3 to 4 forms of prospecting a day. Different angles, different directions. I hit sub owners. I hit my leads coming from the squeeze pages. I hit my leads from my database. So I'm hitting 3 to 4 different avenues every day in prospecting, right? Door knocking. So you want to make sure that you get that out the way. That's like the most important thing. Without those leads and prospecting, you ain't gonna have a business to run. So that's why I get it done in the beginning of the day, in the morning. That way it's out the way I did it. And if I can make calls, because if you're thinking, you're in a frame of mind like, hey, well, more people are at home during the afternoon, okay, that's fine. Still call in the morning, and if you get a chance to call in the afternoon, then go ahead and do that. But what happens is when you leave for the afternoon, like I said, you get interrupted, or you're tired, or if another bad thing about leaving it for that time is that if you got an event or you got something you want to do, it leaves you 2 choices. It always puts you in a bad position. It leaves you, do I want to live life, or I know I'm supposed to prospect? This is my prospecting time, right? So now you're constantly feeling guilty that you're like, I went with a friend over here, or I did this, or I went to an event instead of prospecting. You're always leaving your prospecting to be sacrificed. And then if you're not, and you're choosing prospecting over these things, which is good, fine, I guess I get you putting your business first, but now you have no life. You can't do anything. You can't go anywhere. You can't spend time with the kids if you want to, because you got to prospect. That's why it's great to get it done in the morning, and then you get it done out the way. Anything else you could get fit in there after 12 o'clock, hey, fit it in there if you can. If you need to spend time with your kids, you need to go with a friend over here, you got an event to go to, you don't have to feel guilty. You got the time, you did your job, you prospected, you took care of your paperwork or whatever you had to do for the day, and now if you got to do anything else that has nothing to do with your business, you're free and clear, you're conscious to go do it. Now, if you do have some extra time and you're like, hey, I want to door knock, or I want to call, I want to hit some more prospects, by all means, go ahead and do that. So that's my advice, real quick, on prospect systems and prospecting. That's my 2 pieces of advice about those 2 areas for for this video. Keep watching. Got more content coming. I make videos for newer agents, seasoned agents, tips and advice. I also make videos for buyers and sellers advice, and I do mindset videos, discipline, kind of self-growth videos, and I also do workout videos and eating healthy tips also. All right, guys? So keep watching. If you know anybody looking to buy or sell a home in York, Lancaster, Harrisburg, Adams County, Hanover area in Pennsylvania, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help them find their home that they need, or help them sell the home that they need with excellent customer service. All right, guys? My number is always on the bio. My information is always on the bottom. You can contact me. Like, subscribe, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell. It helps me out, guys. I'm trying to grow the channel, so support me. I appreciate you. Like I said, if you know anybody looking to buy or sell in York, Lancaster, Harrisburg, Adams County, Hanover area in Pennsylvania, let me know. I'm the guy to call to help them out, get them their house sold quick, and find them the home that the best home for them and for their family, their dream home. All right, guys? So like I always say, I wish you luck, I wish you success, and I wish you good health. Bye-bye, guys. Boom!